Yeah, so I was born on August 9th to a mom and a dad, both Egyptian, and I love them very much. My dad, he was a great guy. He was very nice, sometimes a little too nice, but I loved it. Yep, and I was born in the month of August, I was a labbit. Okay, that was pretty bad. I had huge eyes and I always laughed, something my mother would wish I had till this day, but I don't. In the first grade, I couldn't spell my name for my life, so they kicked me out of that class and sent me to a dumber one. Miss Harglass was the teacher. I loved her though. I never paid attention in classes and I just keep drawing and thinking about fighting dragons and playing video games. I just was really bad at paying attention in class. But there was one time when I drew an elephant on the chalkboard and everybody was just looking at me like, wow, that's a pretty good elephant. Even my teacher loved it. I was a bit of a derp though. I hid a box of markers in my hat thinking my teacher won't find it, and I called her mom once. That was embarrassing. So I moved on to intermediate school, and knowing that I'm shy and having low self-esteem, that it was gonna suck really bad. One of the biggest noticeable things about me was my height. I was short, really short, and I got picked on because of it a lot. What's the reason for making me so short? I just wish I could Kamehameha all those people. Oh, and the name calling didn't stop one bit. Being Arab, I had something very distinct on my face. And I had really horrible comebacks like, well, at least I could breathe more than you. And it got even worse when I started wearing glasses. I still had my pretty horrible comebacks like, well, at least if I'm ugly, I don't need a Halloween mask. Yeah, enough of that. So one time at lunch, I was laughing at a joke one of my friends said, and he looked at me and said really loud that I have an ugly smile. I've never stopped smiling so quick. Who cares, I still had my video games. The bullying never stopped. I was always picked on and yelled at, and it just got me to the point where I just felt really bad, and sometimes I'll cry, yeah. Bullying got a little weird. Really, really weird. Well, I had enough. I really just couldn't take it anymore, so I had this thing with my friends called Devil Trigger, where I'll just explode and scream. It was like Super Saiyan mode, and everybody around me will really feel the power within. And my friends warned everybody around them, and I would just go crazy. I'll scream, start kicking, breaking, punching people, and just so insane. It kept the bullies away. So it led me to being a closeted bad boy. I would get good grades, but wreak havoc behind the scenes. I'm ashamed to admit I actually went through the emo phase, and I had a weird sense of style. Really bad. Then there was this girl. The most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life, to be honest, and she still is. I make videos with her. There was one time when I sat behind her in an auditorium, and she looked at me once, and then I was like, okay. She looks at me again. This girl likes me. And she did. She's gonna talk to me at lunchtime, and I couldn't wait, so I was ready, and I was standing there, everybody's looking at me. Then she turned me down in front of everybody. Why? So then high school rolled around, and my life had a big change. My father had to leave for Egypt, and it was devastating. Before he left, he did something for us that I will never forget. Me and my brother wanted the Xbox and GameCube at the time, so they were all sold out. My dad drove us around the city looking for it, and in my young mind, I was happy, and I was just wondering why. And we finally found it, and we went to the store, and the guy told us he'll go and pick it up from the warehouse. And the smile of my dad when he got it. Oh, man, I hate this part. And he looked at me and said, there, Karim, I want you to be happy when I'm gone, okay? And I just hugged him and cried. Take the stupid Xbox. I want you. Man, that's, I'm total sap. So, I had a chance to perform this monologue I've been practicing from Hamlet, and everybody went crazy in the audience, all my classmates and everybody, and my friend George, he took me, he's like, yo, my God, dude, you're gonna make it big, man, that was amazing. We became friends. We used to do crazy stunts in the back of a class. Funny fact, our teacher took the girl with the biggest butt and sat her next to him so he could stare at it all day. It was kinda nice. I loved martial art movies. Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen, Tony Jaa, name it. What all? Be water, my friend. So me and George, we had a project in our social studies class, and we got together and we made up this fake company and started making martial art films on YouTube. Our very first films, by the way. I don't know why I did this, but I made a love letter, and I gave it to the girl of my dreams. I had so many friends. God, I was popular, but they all turned out to be fake, and they dwindled down to a few. Then something suddenly happened. I started losing hair. The worst feeling ever. I just felt depressed. Didn't know what to do. I felt lost. All my videos on YouTube will be me wearing something on my head, whether it's a wig or a hat, to cover up and hide. And when I was at Egypt, I met this magnificent girl who told me something that stuck with me. You may be losing hair, but at least we still love you. That got me so giddy inside. YouTube has done so much for me, and I want to thank you guys. Wait, actually, yeah, let's fix that. Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for everything. Peace, love, and unity, and be safe. Bye-bye. See you the later.